All right, we're making the lemon sauce. We've got a cup of lemon stock, not lemon stock, chicken stock. We'll put that in the pan. We're making the lemon sauce. And then this is 4 lemons, but I'm not going to put 4. I'm not going to put all 4 in because it might be too much. So I'm just going to put maybe the juice of 2, because you can always add but you can't take away. And then I'm going to put some sugar. I'm going to put 4 teaspoons of sugar, because it is quite sweet. It's like that tangy taste. And then we're going to leave that a minute. The sauce is coming to a boil. I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil because it gives it that little Chinese, I don't know, warm taste, I suppose. A little bit of soy sauce, just a dash, you know, there was 3 drops there. And then we always put in a little bit of turmeric, just because it colours it slightly, but you don't want it to taste, so literally, gosh, like that, like a 1/4 of a teaspoon, 1/8 of a teaspoon. Just going to see what that looks like. I'm going to put a little bit more in, and then that should be all enough. I'm going to turn that down because it's bubbling away. There we go. That's a nice lemony colour. So we've got the lemon, we've got the soy sauce, the sesame oil, the lemons and chicken stock. And then I've made some corn flour, 2 teaspoonfuls of corn flour in some water. And again, it just depends on how thick you want this sauce. So I'm not going to put it all in. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. And then I'm going to taste it. It might need more lemon, it might need more sugar. So that's what it looks like now. And I'll get that to thicken up and then taste it. Often I put too much corn flour in, that's why I do it this way, because I never measure anything. And then I end up having to put more water or lemon in.
Just paused it.
Yeah. Alright, I'm actually going to put the rest of the lemon in. So 4 lemon juices. I tasted it and it needed more lemon. It tasted good, but needed more lemon. And so it probably needs more sugar now too. It's all about the taste, but it's better to take it slow than having to build it backwards. It's better to build it up. So I'm going to put 2 more teaspoons of sugar in.
That's the one thing I do like nice and sweet. It's the lemon sauce.
Do you want more sweet?
Yeah. Oh, no, that's perfect. No, that's fine.
I'm going to put 1 more in. So it was 1, 2, 3. Okay, 6 teaspoons of sugar, don't judge. 4 juices from a lemon, a cup of chicken stock, sesame oil, just a dash, and 4 drops of soy sauce.
And the turmeric.
Tiny bit of turmeric. And the cornstarch was 2 teaspoons. I'm just going to let that boil a bit and see how thick it goes, because it might go thicker. Otherwise I'm going to put 1 more teaspoon of cornstarch in. Do an extra cornstarch too after I put those lemons in. And this is the consistency that you want. So just like a pouring sauce, because you want it to stick a bit to the chicken. But as that's cooking, it's going to thicken up a bit more. Right.
So I've taken from the recipe that you've got, I've taken all of the dry ingredients for the flours, the baking powder, the corn flour, all the dry stuff, the sugar from the marinade piece as well. Combine the marinade and the batter together. Only the sauce will make separate. And then I've got here is my 4 cloves of garlic. Now I've used, we'll do a separate video if you haven't done this, but Melinda says you can cook. So I chopped this up using salt. So this is chopped garlic, fresh chopped garlic with salt and black pepper. So I'm going to put this lot in, mix it all in here. So basically your flavours are going to be black pepper, garlic, salt and sugar. Making chicken nuggets. And then an absolute ton of black pepper. I think the recipe says 2 teaspoons, but at least that. At least that.
Oh.
So this is with the black pepper ground in. So I actually go for it. It might need some more because you want that serious black pepper and garlic and sugar biting in. And I'm going to throw the eggs in. There's 2 eggs for all that. And I'm just going to whisk it with a fork. I mean, you can get fancy and do it with a blender if you want, but I'm going to do it this way. You might get a few lumps, but I don't know, it doesn't matter. We're going to get that going until we get it really, and then it's going to be quite kind of dry, so you're going to need to use maybe a little bit of water, maybe a bit of water. So yeah, I probably will need some water. All right, so I did put what, half a glass, maybe 1/4 of a glass of water in, and can you see how gloopy it is now? Really, really thick. So that is, and don't forget, I did not add the sugar, the salt separately because I used that to grind up the garlic, to chop the garlic with. So that was already in it. So we're just going to add the chicken to this, make sure it's all covered, and we'll be ready for the fry. Okay. All right, so I've added the chicken. There was what, 3 fillets? 3 fillets of chicken in here, and
chicken breasts.
Chicken breasts, and the recipe for this, I doubled everything. So because there's more chicken than the base recipe there, so I doubled all the ingredients to get here. Can you see? You can still see the black pepper, and that's what you need. Basically, really sticky, gloopy mixture. All right, so that's basically, looks like somebody's thrown up in there, but that's actually ready, ready for the fry. For the fry. So this is the chicken we looked at before, and then I've got the oil has been heating here for a few minutes. What I did is I dropped some of that batter in here to see if it rose to the top and started cooking, which it did. And it's corn oil, so it's kind of smoking a bit. It's pretty hot. And then after that, it's going to go in here. Now, you can do this all fancy with the grabbers, but I'm going to do it with my hands because it takes too long. So I'm going to do it with my hands. So you're kind of going to get your chicken and you're going to like in there. Obviously, you don't get your fingers in there. Try and keep them separate because it's so sticky this that they're going to stick together. You have to end up breaking them up while it's cooking. So real fancy chicken nuggets coming up now. So when you're ready. Okay, so these only just got in here, just cut back in. Can you see how they're sticking together? So you've got to get in there with your frying spoon or whatever. You've got to break them all up, or else it's just one big mess, like all stuck together. So you want to spend your entire time breaking it up while it's in there. See these sticking together now, that's 2 pieces. Get that knife in there. Don't matter if you cut some of the chicken in half as well, don't really matter. Prefer it not to because you want that nice savoury batter on the outside. See how it's all puffing up now? Is that 2 pieces there? I think it is. There you go. I think of these. We're getting close here. Look at the man, that might have been a piece of chicken. There we go, that was all stuck together. Obviously the trick is try not to kill yourself with the fat spitting on your hands. So we're going to give that a couple more minutes, let it go nice and brown, and the taste test. Ready. Alright, so these are kind of done. So I'm going to start screwing them into here, and of course I've got my next batch to go in. Couldn't fit them all in the pan to go one go, so again that oil can be a little bit hot, but you know, that's the old pain is pleasure trick. Get them out as quick as you can. Try not to leave the oil too much without any food in it because it'll burn at that heat. Okay, so here's the finished product. You can see Bear's enjoying his, obviously. Got some sriracha on his rice. You can see I've just done it and I've drizzled the lemon sauce right over from the pan. And there you go. So just a final comment on that. The longer you leave the chicken in the marinade, the better, because then you get that real nice garlic spreading. So if you make it in the morning, keep it in the fridge, and then if you've got a nice sunny afternoon, you've already got that chicken ready to go in. And the other thing, I haven't tried this, but the other thing I've thought of is, like, if you take a chicken fillet and slice it down the middle, like the long way into 2 thin fillets, and then dip it in the batter like they do at the chip shop, and then fry it that way. You don't want the full fillet, because I think the batter would be cooked before the chicken would be, so you probably need it to be a fairly thin fillet, and then you get that batter to chicken ratio is better as well, because folks like it with the batter around the chicken. And then slice that when it comes out, slice it over the rice like a bed of rice, and then drizzle the lemon sauce up and down. You know, so that's a cool way to do it as well. Let us know when you've tried it and if it worked. Talk to you later.